1 Timothy 1 verse 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity. Indeed, faith is a mystery, and solving mysteries is one of God's characteristics because He embodies wisdom. In the face of such profound mysteries, many people may inevitably feel lost, causing them to stumble around like blind flies and eventually pass away one by one. However, in this process, God has already designed a unique method that qualifies us to possess His image. Everyone has their own life, and although the length of life and circumstances may vary, they are different for everyone. Please do not compare the current circumstances with those of 100 or 200 years ago and judge them as good or bad. After all, certain objective factors were involved, such as people's health conditions, living environments, and material comforts at that time, drastically different from ours. Just think, even someone like Empress Dowager Cixi 100 years ago did not have access to air conditioning and would have struggled to sleep on hot nights. This contrasts sharply with our modern lifestyle, which heavily relies on air conditioning. Moreover, even half of the pigs in mainland China die due to high temperatures, illustrating how even pigs have grown accustomed to enjoying air conditioning. Did half of the pigs indeed die from heat in Empress Dowager Cixi's era? In reality, people's challenges and survival methods at that time differed, and they endured their own hardships. The environment, difficulties, and challenges that surround us have all been calculated by God. The key is how we can use them to shape and develop the image and character of God. In this process, faith and the encounters prepared by God are indispensable. Let's take the example of martial arts in martial arts films. To cultivate unparalleled martial arts skills, one must possess secret techniques. Once you acquire the hidden techniques, it becomes easy to cultivate unparalleled martial arts skills because you know what you're doing and what your goal is. Now, let's consider the difficulty of faith. Suppose you obtain the 9E manual as a secret technique and then diligently practice the 9 layers of martial arts described in the book. Even though you have clear instructions, you always find progressing challenging. The real purpose of this secret technique is to help someone become a great eater. However, it doesn't explicitly state this, so you mistakenly believe that you can achieve the mastery of Li Macho or Zhang Wuji. Indeed, even if you spend a lifetime practicing, it would be in vain because it doesn't reveal, promise, or demonstrate its true purpose. Therefore, despite remembering and diligently practicing the techniques described in the book, you have yet to achieve your desired outcome. So, what is the purpose of faith? When God gave people a Bible and a lifetime, they cultivated different religions, such as Catholicism. In fact, fictional martial arts characters have relatively more straightforward tasks in terms of difficulty because they at least know what secret technique they possess, their goal, and the specific steps to take. On the other hand, we have no idea what steps to take in life. We only know that faith exists, but it remains a mystery. Subsequently, it has given rise to many religions, such as Catholicism and Islam. Since people cannot personally experience God, the whole era comes to believe that miracles don't exist and they cannot hear God's voice. This illustrates the immense difficulty of faith. However, resolving this dilemma is also an essential part of establishing the image of God because it requires wisdom, perseverance, following a step-by-step approach, and not making any mistakes in each step. This is precisely where faith shines. From this perspective, a person who has embarked on the right path takes each step differently regarding every perspective of God. After all, even people don't know what God thinks. Why is his perspective of God different from the rest of the world? It's simply because nobody else has walked this path except this person. And the reason this path is the correct one is because he knows God. That is the only proper direction on this path. To what extent does knowing God go? It means being able to do what God does, decide what God decides, speak what God speaks, think what God thinks, and even love what God loves. Therefore, how he sees God is vastly different from how others perceive him. That's because others don't know God, and thus, their perspectives are entirely different. Indeed, this person can speak from God's perspective because he knows God and because he follows what God does. In other words, when he is in the same situation as God, he will undoubtedly do what God does, speak what God speaks, and make decisions that align with God's. Because he walks in righteousness, he knows God and can articulate God's perspective, which sets him apart from others. From beginning to end, others do not know God. So, how can they speak from God's perspective? They fail to make decisions that align with God and are entirely unaware of what decisions God would make. I mentioned Paul's phrase, to know Christ as the ultimate treasure, to fulfill one's life in a progressive manner. Simply knowing God is insufficient to satisfy one's life because God is not one-dimensional but highly multifaceted. In other words, if you currently know God at a certain level, you must first attain the previous level to deepen your knowledge of God at the next level. If you remain at the first level, you will never know God at the second level unless you reach the first level. Only then can you begin to engage with the second level. But even if you have reached the second level, you will not know God at the third level unless you have achieved the second level. It would help if you attained the second level to start engaging with the third one. This is what I meant by having a proper understanding of God and progressing in levels of knowledge and relationship. 1 Timothy 1 verse 5. Now the end of the commandment is charity.
The wind, desire burning, momentum only rising, my vigors overflowing. Someday I'll catch you, wind. I'll be searching the ends of the earth for that missing piece. Mark my words, I'm gonna find you. I'll scour every rainbow, sprout wings like I'm an eagle. Somewhere, some way, somehow, give me something to anchor my heart.